right, what's up guys? It's Dakota from Fitment Industries FI Garage, and we have a bunch of gibberish on our tire here. This is the Toyo R1R, the Toyo Proxis R1R. Just using this as an example to give you a good general idea of what all this gibberish means and how useful these numbers actually are when you're purchasing a tire. We'll hop right into it and we'll talk about your tire's width, which is the first number here. 225 is going to be talking about the width of the tire. I'll pull up another tire here, another Toyo we got on hand. All right, so this one is actually a 235, but your width, what that number means is it's measuring from sidewall to sidewall. So that's your width on there. Pretty easy and to understand. As you get like wider tires, like a 9-inch or a 10-inch, you're gonna increase that number. You know, if you're looking to run a more aggressive setup, you're gonna be running 250, 275 and up depending on what wheels you're running. Okay, so moving on to the aspect ratio. That's this number right here, 40. What that means is it's 40% of your tire's width. On this one, 225, 40% of that would be 90. So a thing to remember now when you're purchasing tires, if you go up, let's say for an example, a 275 and you have a 40 aspect ratio, it's gonna be a different size. You have to remember this is a percentage of this. So if you have a 275 40, this is gonna be a little thicker than a 225 40. So make sure you account for that when you're purchasing tires and you're thinking of how thick you want your sidewall to be. Moving on, we have this Z here. Now this isn't gonna be on every tire that you purchase. This goes along with your speed rating, which is right here, the W on this tire. And all this means on this, it's at the manufacturer's discretion if they wanna put it on. It means that this tire is rated for over 149 miles per hour on its speed rating. So moving on and hopping over to this letter right here, we have an R. You're gonna see that on most of your tires. Now what that means is this bad boy was made with a radial construction. It's just how the tire was made. And that's gonna be your most common letter. You'll see a few different other ones, but it's mostly gonna be an R. Moving over here, we have 18. Now that's the diameter. So if you have an 18-inch wheel, you're gonna be looking at an 18-inch tire. What you're gonna do, if you have a 19, you're gonna get a 19. If you got a 20, you're gonna get a 20. Pretty straightforward with that one. Moving on, we have the load index number. So right here on this tire, it's 88. And now there's a load index chart for tires. You can check that out, and it just is the full load capacity that this tire can handle when it's fully inflated and on your vehicle. Okay, moving on to our last letter here, it's the W. That's gonna be your speed rating. So this tire is rated for 168 miles per hour. Now it's not suggested to go that fast with the tire, but that's the rating that they have to put on it. That about wraps it up, and there is some other information on the tire, like you're gonna look at like DOT numbers and stuff like that. Mostly what you're gonna be looking at here is your width, your aspect ratio, your diameter, your load rating, and I mean, if you're really looking at it, the speed rating if you wanna get technical about things. But that's about it for this. If you have any questions, don't feel bad. Email us at shop@fitmentindustries.com. We have a frequently asked questions section too you can check out. And yeah, just remember that when you're increasing your width, you're gonna wanna check out that aspect ratio too. That's a big thing to remember and a lot of people mix up. So this was a good example. Tires differ from all makes and models, so make sure to check that out too. And we'll talk to you later.